Good afternoon, Rachel. How was your lunch?
Very good. I had a chicken Caesar salad down at the cafe. What did you have?
To be quite frank, I am fasting today. Today is Tisha B'Av, the 9th day of the month of Av. It commemorates the destruction of both temples in Jerusalem. The first in 586 BCE and the second in 70 CE.
I'm not certain I understand. I thought you were a Jewish Christian. Can you explain to me why you continue Jewish practices?
I am very disappointed to hear that from you. Doesn't your denomination teach the freedom of the individual's conscience? I personally do not use the phrase Jewish Christian. All the first people who believed in Yeshua, that is his real name, were Jewish, and their belief in him as Messiah did not conflict in any way with their identity. To quote a famous writer, their Jewish identity was not drowned in baptism.
I am very sorry if you were offended. While I have heard somewhat of the school of thought called supersessionism by some and replacement theology by others, I do not particularly accept its tenets. I do know, however, that the Apostle Paul warned repeatedly in his letters about the vice of legalism. Many people in the past have applied his rebukes only to Jewish practices, but I've been a believer for some time, and I know better than that.
I appreciate your candor and your perceptiveness. Yes, supersessionism is very pervasive within the body of Messiah. The reason for that is because the demonic sin of anti-Semitism began to infiltrate the body rather early. By the time of Justin Martyr, teachings were common in the body that the Jews killed Messiah, and that as a result they had been cast aside forever. However, this conflicts with Rabbi Shaul's teaching in the letter to the Romans. I have been doing some research into the history of the church. What would you say if I told you that nearly every fundamental practice and teaching of the church comes, not from the Holy Scriptures, but instead comes from the ancient practices of paganism? For example, I suppose you know the schedule of the so-called Christian Holy Year, right?
Yes, I know it very well.
In all truthfulness, you will find nothing in the Scriptures about Christmas, Lent, or Easter. If you study Leviticus 23 and the plan of God's sacred year, you will also see that God uses a different calendar, one that is a lunar calendar. Pentecost, or better Shavuot, does not take place according to the church calendar.
I am very interested in learning more. Are you going to break your fast at sundown?
Yes, I am. I have a pot of soup simmering in my crock pot at home. Why don't you come by for a bite to eat and we can discuss this further?
That sounds like an excellent idea. I'll let you get back to work. Ta.